Hi guys, I just wanted to jump in here and do a little disclaimer and specify that I actually filmed this haul video last September on the 28th of 2022. I actually have a few videos that I filmed between probably September and November of last year that I haven't edited and gotten out to you guys yet. So keep a heads up, some of these videos I'm posting soon might be a little bit older, but I hope you still find them relevant, and especially because you'll be able to see what has sold for me since September and what items I am still sitting on.
Hi guys, how's it going? It is me, Megan, and I am back with another video. If you guys are new to my channel, I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark and a few other platforms, but mostly Poshmark, and here on YouTube, I like to make reseller content. I'll do sold videos, I'll do unboxings, I will do hauls like this, so if that is something you guys are interested in, please make sure to like and subscribe, and that way you'll never miss one of my videos. So I want to apologize in advance. Like most of my videos, I'm going to be messing with my hair because it's bothering me to even have to look at in my screen, so sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be sharing pretty much everything I've sort of picked up from different thrift stores around the area for the last couple of weeks, I want to say. Honestly, I don't remember when I got half this stuff. Okay, that didn't last long. I got hot, had a change, couldn't deal with my hair. Okay, I'm just gonna move on. Stop talking about my hair. But yeah, okay, I'm sharing all of my recent things that I picked up in the last couple of weeks from thrift stores that I've just been popping into. So I went to this thrift store that I talked about recently. I don't know if it's a honey hole for me. I really liked it the first time I went. They have good discounts. They have decent pricing for the most part. Sometimes things get a little bit expensive because dresses at the Goodwills around here are always like $9.99, but at this place, you know, it could be $8 and half off, so you get it for $4, which is great, or it doesn't have a discount and it's priced at $16, which isn't the best, you know? But I found a bunch of stuff the last time I went, including a Bowden dress, which sold really well, really quickly. It was $8, and I thought it was half off, but I think once I recorded that video, I realized it was only like 20% off, or like maybe 40% off. So still cheaper than my Goodwill, still a good price. It sold really quickly for $50. So then I went back and I got the two other Bowden pieces that were there that I had seen the last time. And I got, I think, 3 dresses and 1 purse. 2 of the dresses had already sold. So one of the Bowden dresses did already sell. It was like this faux wrap dress, really pretty fall colors, geometric, a good size. I think it was the same size as this one at 12. It sold pretty quickly. I don't remember if it sold for full price or not, but I think it sold around 50. I'll have the listing up. The receipts I get from this place are not itemized, so I kind of just have to either really sit down and do the math or just divide by the number of pieces I got. This time I just divided by the number of pieces I got, so everything was about $12.50, I want to say. So that sold. And then this is the other Bowden dress. This one I thought would sell quicker. The colors are less fall-y, definitely more like springy, but it does have this nice but it does have this nice dark navy color mixed in. It's a midi length. The model photos are actually really cute. I do think it's a few years old. Not super new, but I have been finding model photos for each of the dresses, which I do think helps a ton. And yeah, this one, again, not getting as much attention as the one that sold. Hopefully it will. I think it'd be a really nice dress to wear to a wedding, even though it does have some white in it. It's not like a white dress or, you know, a party event. It has red in it, so maybe even Christmas. Or, you know, Christmas vacation. Some people like to go away for the holidays. But again, about $12.50. And then the last dress I picked up that day was a maxi dress from Lulu's. It was black. It was very pretty. That sold already and very quickly within a couple of days of me listing it. It was kind of hard to find the model photo because it was an older piece that they don't sell anymore. But I was able to find it. Extra large, great condition, maxi length, really pretty. And the last thing I got that day, which I think they accidentally overcharged me for this, but I never know because my receipts are not itemized. But it's this like retro nylon Kate Spade purse. I Picked this up because it's in great condition, but it's also extremely trendy. I think the trend is sort of moving away from like mini bags to like small purses, specifically shoulder purses. Seem to be pretty trendy right now. I love the shape of this one. It comes out like a triangle. Really cute. Again, in good condition. I do have this listed kind of on the high side, but I was hoping it'd sell more on Depop based on style, but we will see. Okay, that was all the stuff I got at that location. Next place I went was a local Goodwill that I've been really liking recently. I did a haul from this place before. If you remember, it was that really pretty vintage 90s hand beaded floral black like A-line dress by the brand Diane Fraisse. Not sure. Comps looked great. It's getting a lot of attention, but it didn't necessarily look like the other dresses by that designer. A lot of the dresses that had sold were more like 80s, like colorful shoulder pads, 80s style. So when I went back, I went over to the dresses and I saw this and I'm like, oh, that's funny because that looks a lot like the other pieces from that designer, and it was in the exact same spot that I found the other one in, but it wasn't there last time. Really pretty, beaded here on top, and then it has like this handkerchief bottom, but just look how gorgeous those poppies are. I think those are poppies. Just like the colors are so vibrant. It's so cute. And then like a low back, and then lo and behold, it was that same brand. That's what it looks like. It's cursive and hard to read, but I already saw the label, so I knew this is 100% silk, made in Hong Kong, has shoulder pads, so it's very, very 80s. I did try it on. It fit me, but I don't think it's meant for like someone my size. I think maybe like 2 or 3 sizes, nah, maybe not 3, like 2 sizes smaller than me. But as a size 12, to be on the safe side based on measurements. This keeps falling. It has like this tie tassel back. It's really pretty, cinched, stretchy waist. And yeah, this one's not getting as much attention. I did list this at $250. The other one I listed at $200. This one I listed at $250. But it is 100% silk and stunning. I think I just didn't do a great job of showing how pretty it is in the photos. I think it's hard, but yeah, we'll see. It has been getting some attention, just not a ton. And then I got a couple of Lulu's pieces. One already sold. It was this black New Tags jumpsuit that's actually still for sale on their website, which I need to be more careful about because if it is still for sale on their website, I can't market like higher than that, if that makes sense. Especially if they could find like a coupon to use online. So I have to be mindful of that. Or more, I have to price it so like with shipping, it's not going to cost more than buying it off the website. That's sold in the 40s, I think. I spent $9.99 on all these dresses. And then I got this other Lulu's dress. I liked it a lot because it's their maxi dresses. I usually do better with their maxi dresses. It's just this pretty kind of wine color, a little bit more red than wine, but maxi dress, pretty low back. I do need to put like one more stitch in the strap because it is kind of like coming out like that. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of this, so I'm trying to be really picky about it because it's not like high-end dresses. They just happen to be really trendy. But yeah, size medium. I think this would be really pretty for a wedding in the fall or the winter, so hopefully that'll sell. That one's not getting as much attention. That one still is available online as well. Now, this I was very excited about. This one's not getting much attention. It's getting a little bit of attention. But when I was flipping through the Rex and I saw this, I'm like, what? I've never found this brand before. It's Alexander McQueen. So if I can't sell it, I'll definitely send it into the RealReal. I spent $9.99 on it. And yeah, it's kind of like this, I don't even know what you'd call it. Geometric, marbled pattern. It's in really, really excellent condition, except for there is like just a couple of stitches loose down here by the zipper. But otherwise, yeah, fantastic. It's not made of anything special. Christina Aguilera wore this like a few times. Funny enough, I think this is from like their 2012 collection, so it's a little bit dated. but still, Alexander McQueen is not cheap. So I have that listed, I think in the 200s. I just couldn't really find any solid comps. I saw one listed in the 300s, so I listed mine like lower, and I think with free shipping. So we'll see about that. But I was very excited to find that brand. Definitely, again, I've never found that before. And then I went to a couple, I really went to a lot of places. I need to put all this inventory away. I went to a Plato's Closet. I went to a Plato's Closet in the closest one to me, which is Pleasanton, which is not that close. It was okay. Definitely not as good as the one that I used to go to in Portland / Beaverton, which is right next to Portland. That one had amazing stuff, really like more, not high end, but more like premium brands. It was always packed full of clothes. People were always selling to them. They would rarely buy the things I would bring in because they just, like, they wouldn't take really Forever 21 or whatever unless it was super trendy. This place seemed to struggle. It seemed like getting, you know, more premium brands, a lot of Free People, Forever 21, stuff like that. Some Madewell stuff I almost picked up, but it was priced just a little bit too high for me. I did get this vintage Mickey Safari, like, tunic dress almost. It says Walt Disney Company, and when I did a Google search, there was a couple of these listed for $200 on eBay. Mine's not in great condition. There's no tags, and the stitching is coming undone in a few places. But I listed mine for like $100. I still need to get listed on eBay. So if people wanted to buy those other people's, they can get mine for like half off. Interesting, not the cutest. They did have a lot of vintage Disney stuff, and so when I was going to the checkout line, I was like, oh, like you have some really cute like vintage Disney stuff because I love Disney. And they're like, yeah, the owner actually goes to LA and thrifts it and then brings it here to resell. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then I did get a pair of Madewell loafers. Loafers are gonna be very trendy for fall. They've been trendy for a really long time. I love picking up loafers, especially Madewell, Everlane. Not brands that I necessarily do well with, or that well with anymore with like their normal clothes, but their shoes have done well. These are calf hair. The outers are like perfect, but there is like wear at the bottoms, there's wear on the inside. Got it all photographed. These were a size 8.5, and I think I paid like $14 for these, so a little bit high. But again, loafers, I want to have those in my closet for the fall, so I was willing to pay it. Then I went to Savers. I'm just trying to remember all the places I've been to recently. Then I went to Savers and I found some interesting brands. I'll start with one that I have sold before. Trina Turk, size 4. Someone hid this with the sweaters that I was going through. But they're these pleated khakis, really great condition, cuffed. Really nice classic look for if someone really just wanted them to work in, but like workwear is really popular right now. These would be great for fall. Pleated trousers. People love the pleated stuff still. Again, a size 4. And I think these were $6.50. So not too bad. I don't even know what my average cost of goods are for all this stuff. I'd say when I am not at the bins, my average cost of goods is like probably $10, which is high. But when I do get to go to the bins and I pick up like 30 pounds of mostly clothes to resell, my cost of goods is anywhere between like $1 and $2, but usually closer to $1. So that really helps offset my like average price of goods. So yeah, not great, but at least I can go to the bins still. Then, like I said, I was going through the sweaters and I felt this sweater and it just felt really nice. And it's pretty cute, striped, dark gray and black. And then I looked at the material tag and it says it's a wool cashmere blend, which I'm like, okay, fancy. And then this brand that I had never heard of before, but when I looked up comps, they were kind of both non-existent but also really good. So I decided to take a risk. The brand is called The Reset and then our label underneath. And I'm still kind of confused if the brand's name is The Reset, if it's The Reset our label, if some things are just our label, which I'll get into in a little bit, but yeah, really high quality sweater with the mock neck. Couldn't find a model photo. but they sell similar sweaters on their website and they are decently expensive. I have this listed at $110 and I have a little bit of interest in it. But I think this is a really quality sweater for the winter and the fall. That's the thing. Like I said, my average cost of goods are close to $10. I'm trying to sell things for top dollar when I have to pay up that high. And then I got these cool jeans. I picked these up mostly based on style, but they also just felt really high quality. This could have easily been a Shein jean, but it wasn't. The label said Jaded Man and Curly Fry. It says that. I guess the brand is technically Jaded London. I don't know necessarily if this is a collab or what, but these pants were very cool. I was able to easily find them online. They're pretty much sold out, except for they have one size left, and it's the size that I have. So I might just have to wait a little bit for them to like sell out, for them to like want to buy mine, because I think I have them listed about the same price because it is a London brand, so it's in pounds online. And I think I listed these for like $99, but they've been getting a lot of attention, but I think just because of that, people haven't like purchased them yet. But yeah, they're really cool, really groovy, slouchy boyfriend fit, size 24, which is very teeny, and they are not very stretchy. But I thought those were really fun. Whenever I go to the Savers, I don't know if I mentioned that, the Trina Turk, that sweater, and those jeans are all from the Savers. Whenever I go to the Savers, I always look, when I look at the jeans, just in the smallest sizes because it's the least picked over. It's like the only section I can find good brands in. I'm not a big fan of Savers. I wasn't a big fan of the Savers closest to me in Portland either. The prices are really high and the quality is just kind of iffy. Not the quality, I guess not the quality, but like the brands are kind of iffy, and they're so big that it's really just exhausting to look through the whole store. And I could spend, you guys know, like 20 minutes looking through racks and racks and racks of clothes and not even like find one thing, which is, to me, it's just so exhausting. So I'd rather just go to another place where I could spend just like the same amount of money or a little bit less and it'd be smaller and I could just like look through the whole store quicker and know that there'll be better items. But then again, when I was looking through the sweaters, I saw Barefoot Dreams and I was like, oh, that's funny, because it's literally sandwiched, this was sandwiched between two unbranded like sweaters, each that were like listed for $12, and this they only had listed for $3.99. And I was like, what? But it's this cool like ombre is what they call it, like a dip dye kind of thing. Really soft Barefoot Dreams cardigan. This is the second one I've ever found to resell. I found one at the bins. It does have a small hole in it that I've been reselling, but I haven't actually gotten much attention on these as I thought I would. Maybe I'm marking them too high. This one I very much looked at like the sold listings and everything and marked it accordingly. Maybe it'll sell better around the holidays, but I don't know. I thought the way people talk about Barefoot Dreams, I thought I would, one, get more, and two, have them sell much faster than they are. But yeah, I don't know. If you have any tips about that, I'd love to know. All right, so then I got a couple pairs of shoes. I was looking through this shoe section. I cannot say that, shoe section, for a while. They kind of have it organized by size and then by style. So they'll have like, you know, all the heels, sandals, whatever by size, and they'll have all the boots in one section by size and all the sneakers in one section by size. I imagine like most Value Villages, Savers, stuff like that. But so first when I was going through it, I saw a pair of Rothy's in this red camo color, but when I looked into them, they also had it at like a great price, like $6 something. So I could have done, you know, brought them home, done more research, made sure that they weren't real, because when I looked at them, I'm like almost positive they weren't real, like 99% sure they weren't real. But apparently I can like go back and exchange things or get store credit or whatever, and I would definitely use $6 in there again. But yeah, the stitching was just off, and the sticker itself on the bottom of the shoe is kind of like peeling, and I have terrible service in the Savers. I literally have to stand almost by the door to get any service to look up comps or anything. So I couldn't really like Google any information about like real versus fake Rothy's while I was there. So I kind of had to go with my gut, and I put them back. And then by the time I went back into that section, someone else had already picked them up because I put them in like a more notable section. I'm like, maybe somebody really wants, you know, Rothy's of their own. I'm sure that these dupes are probably pretty good. Who knows? And then there were a pair of Rag & Bone suede booties that I ended up putting back because they were like a cream color, but they were pretty dirty, and I hate cleaning suede. So I just put them back, and as I was putting them back, I saw these boots literally just on the floor, like standing on the floor, both of them together. And when I was putting the Rag & Bones ones back, I swooped in and I grabbed these, and I could tell from their logo that these are Patricia Nash, and they're actually in a really good condition. They've been worn, but only like a handful of times, and they're just such high quality. I actually have a purse from her that I got at Plato's Closet probably almost 2 years ago that I still haven't listed yet. I don't know why. I literally have it getting like ready to photograph, and I've had it there since I moved in, and I just haven't done it yet. Again, I don't know why. It's like the same color and everything, really pretty embossed. I got it for like $10, so I don't know. But yeah, I thought these were really gorgeous. I did a little bit of leather polish. They're a little bit scuffed, but I think the worn in look really just like adds to them. So cute. These cost $13.99, so on the high end, definitely more expensive than they would have been in Portland. Surprisingly, my Goodwill marked their shoes like very, very cheap for some reason. Everything else was marked super high. But the first time I was kind of going around the shoes, don't I know? I should just call it something else. The shoe aisle. I saw these. They really are like unassuming. Where is its friend? Yeah, they're really unassuming. They're just like these slingback, glossy, easily could be like plastic and not patent leather, strappy shoes. But the brand really interested me, and it just looked really, like the bottoms looked really expensive. The brand is LOQ. That symbol means leather, and then they're a size 38, which is like 7.5. And I quickly looked up comps again. My service was bad. And comps for just this brand in general are really high. A lot of them, almost all of them, were over $100. So I thought for $8.79, that's what I paid for these, I would take that risk. This style, I found the name of, found a model photo for. They actually come in a really pretty light lavender purple color, and those are stunning. I have them listed a little bit high, I will say that. I think I have free shipping on them. But yeah, definitely keep an eye out for this brand, and let me know if you've ever sold it before, because I'd never heard of it. And they make like all different style of shoes. Now I'm getting to the last place I went, which was suggested by one of you guys, who I would love to thank so very much. It actually is in Stockton. It's the Crossroads Outlet. I guess it's like a normal Crossroads, but I guess they call it the Crossroads Outlet in Stockton, which is like an hour away from me, but so is the Bins. And I like looked it up, and it seemed really nice, and I wanted to try it out. Unfortunately, there was like a car accident nearly right in front of me. I didn't see it happen, but like traffic had literally stopped like right in front of me. So it was more like almost a 2-hour drive to get there. So I was tired, and then I spent like 2 hours there. And my plan was sort of to like thrift like other stores in the area, but the one other one that I was really excited about was actually not even open on Mondays. So I was just so tired. I'm like, I gotta go home. But I did get a few things, and if you are ever in Stockton, I highly recommend checking this place out. They have really good brands and pretty decent prices. About the same again as my Goodwill, some a little bit higher. The highest thing I saw was like maybe $20. I didn't look at anything behind like the register. I don't know if they kept nicer stuff back there, but there was plenty of nice brands that I saw today, and am excited to share with you guys. And a lot of brands that I'm still thinking about, like those, like I saw a really cute pair of Stuart Weitzman shoes, and I'm like, I should have picked those up. The problem was there was no carts. I was there for like 2 hours, and it's a pretty small store, and I just felt like people were like, what are you doing? You're being so weird staying here for so long. And I was like, can I leave my stuff up here? And they just had me like leave it like right there on the corner of the counter, and I felt weird about that. And I didn't want to just like keep throwing stuff up there. I don't know. Maybe next time I go, I'll be a little bit more brave. But anyway, I'll share with you guys what I did get. This is one of my favorite brands to resell. It's been a long time since I found it, but it's the brand Marine Layer. It's a size large. I just really love their styles, and they kind of make a lot of like, I guess, athleisure pieces, but also some more, you know, fancier pieces, I guess you could say. This was $9. I was kind of just like telling myself, I'm like, well, if I saw this at Goodwill here for $9.99, I'd pick it up. So $9. Then I got this tank top. I picked up this tank top purely based on style. I loved this kind of like almost corset looking top in a pretty neutral color. White tank tops specifically are going to be very trendy for fall, but I think like cream and brown are also going to do pretty well. The brand is Ilia, which I think is sometimes, or was sometimes, sold at Anthropologie. I don't know if they still make pieces, but there's no label, but they use a lot of leather, so I'm pretty sure that's real leather. Front zipper, kind of looks like a corset. Very trendy. Have that listed really high. I have all these pieces listed probably too high. I was looking through their long dresses and I found this jumpsuit, and it's from that same brand that sweater was, but this just says our label. So that's why I get confused. I'm like, is it the Reset? Is it the Reset our label? Is it our label? Are they all the same thing? I don't know. And I couldn't find many answers online, but it's this really nice, high quality, like satin material. It's just polyester, but it's in really good condition. Jumpsuit. Again, couldn't find a model photo, which I think was disappointing because my photos I didn't think came out that great. But I was excited to find it because I knew the sweater had high comps, and I imagined the jumpsuit would as well. I did spend $9 on it, but jumpsuits were definitely had more comps kind of all over the place. So I'm hoping to at least get a decent amount back. Then I was in the dresses, and I got a few dresses. This one I picked up mostly based on style. I really liked it. It's like a satin, kind of like knee-length short dress with this ruffle flutter sleeve that cascades in the back like that. Really nice. Again, would be really nice for a wedding. Sorry if you could see how sweaty I am. Really nice for the holidays. But yeah, this is size medium. It's the brand The Odells, which I found once at the bins. And I've just actually recently sent it into the RealReal. I don't know if they necessarily take the brand, and the piece itself is not in great condition, and that's why I didn't sell it myself. But I think some of their pieces can actually go for pretty high dollar. But I would definitely comp them first. And then this is the last dress I picked up. And it's a brand that hasn't done the best for me, but I based this a lot on style. I was recently looking up a lot of the fashion trends for the fall of this year, like what's going to be popular. And one thing that seemed to be pretty popular that I saw some photos of was like preppy punk, or not so prim punk, futuristic preppy, stuff like that. So I used all those keywords that the articles used, and this kind of to me fell into that category. I saw a few things kind of looking like this. And the trim on this is real leather. It's lambskin leather. It's kind of sheer on the front. Navy and black. A little bit of an older piece, I think. But it is the brand The Couples, which is very expensive, but again, has not been the best sell for me. It's a size small, but it is just The Couples. The Couples Sport, I think, is technically their lower end line, which is still very expensive, like new. But that one I've definitely had a hard time selling. So fingers crossed that the brand plus the style will get that to sell. And then I just have two more pieces. This is another new to me brand. They had this in the women's jeans, and I thought that they were really cute. They were pleated, they feel really high quality, tapered. And the brand is Second Layer, which I'd never heard of before. I couldn't really find any comps. I Googled it, and they're very expensive jeans, or they can be. And I loved the style, so I'm like, okay, expensive high quality jeans, really cute trendy style, I'll pick them up. I get home and these are a men's jean. This brand makes menswear, which is fine, but also a little bit of a harder sell. I'm hoping that they'll sell on Depop because this is like a very trendy guy's jean, and I don't really know how to market that on Poshmark. But yeah, they're a guy's jean. They're made in Portugal, and they're size small. So I did take measurements. They're about a size 32 and they are really cute. I did find a model photo. I hope they do well. I think I have them listed. I don't know how much I have them listed on Poshmark. Maybe, I don't know. But I think on Depop I have them listed for $120 with free shipping. So hopefully that will seal the deal. All right, and then my last piece, which you guys probably saw in my thumbnail, are these sneakers. So I saw these sneakers and I'm like, those look like the brand Golden Goose. And then I looked and it said Superstar. I'm like, oh, those aren't the brand. They must just be knockoffs. And then I'm like, wait, what? I took a double take and they are worn, but they say Golden Goose Deluxe brand underneath. And, you know, the stars, this side, the stars are a good indicator. That's kind of like their thing. And you're probably like, Megan, those shoes look like they've been worn every day for a decade and never cleaned. And to that I'd say that's intentional, partially. These are very expensive. I've seen someone get this in a designer DIY THREDUP box before, and that was the first time I'd heard of this brand. But these are a very expensive sneaker. A lot of the wear is intentional, but what I will say is these have been worn a lot. A lot of the wear on these shoes are more worn than what they were originally like manufactured to be, especially like the fact that the soles are not very straight, the scuffing. They were pretty dirty and I did wipe them off. I think this was supposed to be more visible. This says the style of the shoe. This is manufactured. Very smooth. It's supposed to say Golden Goose back here, but it's worn off. Again, the interior is pretty worn off. The shoelaces on both sides are broken. But these have been getting at least a little bit of attention. I have these listed around $300 with free shipping on Poshmark. I just listed them today on Depop. I don't know how they'll do on there. And yeah, I was very excited to find these. I've never found this brand before. I'm excited to see how they sell. I was able to kind of find a style name for these to help me sell them. I don't think all of their shoes are meant to look worn out, but these ones were. And yeah, they're a size 38. They're a woman's 38. I wasn't sure if they made women's shoes or just men's shoes, but they're a women's size 38, and they are like about 7.5. In US sizes. I did try and squish my foot in there to make sure they were a woman's shoe and they didn't fit, so they're a woman's shoe for sure. And yeah, I spent $18 on those. Again, if I can sell them even in the $200 range, I'll be very happy. But yeah, this is definitely like a high-end haul where, like I said, my cost of goods is really high, so I am trying to get a bigger, better return on my investments. I'm not finding things at my thrift stores that are like $5 and below. So unless I'm picking things up at the bins, I'm really not looking for things that are going to sell for $20, you know? If I get picked up for $1 at the bins and flip it really quick for 15, 20 bucks, I'm happy, but that's not the case with these items. As you can tell, prices are just so high. And I'm trying to find cheaper thrift stores, but just hasn't happened yet, really. So I'm relying on the bins for, again, a big chunk of my inventory and to get my cost of goods down low and to have those quicker, cheaper sales. But hopefully some of this expensive stuff sells also and I get a really good return on these as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this haul. Let me know what your favorite items were. Let me know if you've sold these brands before and what your experience has been. I'm really excited about the Golden Goose sneakers. Honestly, all the shoes I got recently, I've been really excited about. I don't want to say that I'm not much of a shoe reseller, but I don't really purchase shoes that often. Again, sometimes they're like the most expensive thing in the store. And I feel like shoes show the most wear, or they can, you know, because you wear them on your feet and a lot of people wear them for long periods of time. So I don't purchase them as much, but I am excited about the pairs that I have found, like I mentioned, especially these. Very fall, These I think would be great for like a wedding. These could be very fall too. Some places are very warm in the fall. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great time sourcing and selling, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!